Apply the pressure, you know? Articulate. New bars, new flow, so the whole vibe fresher. Party turn up now, my pleasure. Music me thing that's my treasure. Tune after tune, me I apply the pressure. God you praise, so the flow well bless her. Life is good nowadays, less stressor. Not a IG, Facebook impressor. Post after post, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Tune after tune, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Post after post, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Shows after shows, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure. Apply the pressure.
Articulate, that I'm a signature. Bubble download playlist, get richer. Original, so we are the trendsetters. Speak life, things must get better. God you praise, so the flow well bless her. Life is good nowadays, less stressor. Not a IG, Facebook impressor. Post after post, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Tune after tune, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Post after post, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Shows after shows, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure. apply the pressure.
New bars, new flow, so the whole vibe fresher. Party turn up now, my pleasure. Music me thing that's my treasure. Tune after tune, me I apply the pressure. God you praise, so the flow well blesser. Life is good nowadays, less stressor. Not a IG, Facebook impressor. Post after post, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Tune after tune, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Post after post, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure.
Shows after shows, me I apply the pressure.
Apply the pressure. Apply the pressure.
Me, I apply the pressure.
Well, I got that package cooking.
See, sometimes you just gotta turn it up a little bit. You gotta give them what they want, or give them what they not expecting. Whatever that may be. Give them hell. I'm from the jungle, no trees. I ain't need boogie, but I'm okay. And if I don't make it, then so be it. Who we can? I'm barely picking. I'm swimming in it like it's Boca Chica. I break it apart and I go and repeat it. I'm going too crazy. I gotta really saying this the real and I cannot delete it. She look in the mirror, she know she can see that. She bring it out of me like I'm a demon. Had to put it on her so she can feel it. I'm 99 on a scale of elitist. You gotta reach, nigga, you cannot reach me. You cannot see me, no, you cannot see me. Double middle finger to the preacher. Give him hell. Give him hell. All over this horse, swerving cause I can see nothing but smoke. Superstar on the low. I can't even get my dick to a hoe. Look how I go. Jeros, I am next and I know I'm gon' blow. This for my strippers that work in that pole. That's money hungry, I'm thinking of dope. I hustle alone, these breeders unknown. I stay on my toes, I come from New York. I'm hot as a torch, I let up reports. This flow's too cold, I'm Ross Patron. This all on my own, I'm setting a tone. Everything ready, set in stone. Try and make it, get my flesh and bones. Need $1 million tombstone.
While I was playing fair, baby, you played a cheating game. While I was playing fair, baby, you played a cheating game.
Baby sis, won't you tell me what your purpose is? Kill the game with no flaw and no witnesses. Lots of lies in the seat, in the crevices. No time for the weak on my premises. Give me the go so I can go. Welcome to a one-woman show. This is the last time you accessing me and the first time you asking for more. Seems cold everywhere I go. I got the heat, so turn me on like a stove. You niggas weakest when I touch you, gon' fold. Keep my name out your mouth so you can do what you're told. You fight for the weak with lies and deceit. Cause niggas like to run and niggas like to creep. But Neff won't sleep, Neff tote the heat. Neff keep the knowledge tucked under the seat. Y'all in for enjoyment and for entertainment. Oh, the queen's dangerous with love and two fingers. Motherfuckers arrange to live life games with little. Do they up, come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You try to control, but truth be told, the gap in your teeth is a hole in your soul. 10 years of pain, 10 years of rain. Add that up, that's 20 years of game. You fight for the weak with lies and deceit. Cause niggas like to run and niggas like to creep. But Neff won't sleep, Neff tote the heat. Neff keep the knowledge tucked under the seat. I sit at the table just to view the angle. Y'all my entertainment, I enjoy the cable. Universal arrangement to speak like an angel. I speak the truth, so keep your fable.
Thank you. Yeah. ITM. Yeah, yeah. Hey, get ready for the mother load. Now I see what I need for the team to succeed with no foe. I don't sleep, but I dream. Tell me, do you think it'll come true? When is it true what you think gonna be? Just believe what you gon' do. What you gon' do? Take heat, catch speed for the lead if you want lows. We got enough problems for us to come through with a W. And then an I and an M, man, we don't play like we used to. They said I before E, except after C, follow the rules. This ain't grade school, but I will teach you how to listen. Coming in real tough on the first one to cross over scrimmage. Yeah. I've been here so long, you think my flow is vintage. But nah, baby, this new day rap, check the tag expensive. Yeah, and you still can't get it. Like I'm out of stock or I sell too many. Yeah, but you still gon' buy it for the highest penny. No refunds, make sure you know what you getting. Yeah, and if you looking at a tag, then you probably shouldn't spend it. Yeah, let's get it, let's get it. Yeah. Victory is mine, I'll take it right now. Victory is mine, I'ma get it right now. Victory is mine, I'ma get it right. I'ma get it right. I'ma get it right now. Victory is mine. Yeah. I'ma get it right now. Yeah. Victory is mine. Yeah. I'ma take it right now. I'ma get it right. I'ma get it right. Yeah. Victory is mine. I'ma take it right now. Spin it back, get it back. Can't relax. Batman, footprints, innocent. Follow them. New land, cool land. New plan, conglomerate, you stopping us, preposterous, hysterical, comedian, do it again. You a fool, I'm laughing man, I needed that, I'm clapping hands. I told my boy, he told a friend, he told a girl, she laughed again, she told a friend, you know the one, I tell everything, she told the land, and now we know that I'm the man, it's victory, all in my hands. Victory is mine, I'll take it right now. Victory is mine, I'ma get it right now. Victory is mine, I'ma get it right. I'ma get it right. I'ma get it right now. Victory is mine, I'ma get it right now. Victory is mine, I'ma take it right now. I'ma get it right. I'ma get it right. Victory is mine, I'ma take it right now.
Yeah, we live. What's up? What's up, Leonard? Thank you for tuning in. Y'all already know what today is. Today is Tuesday. So that means it's time for the Random Talking Indie Music Show brought to you by MinxRadio.com. We are broadcasting to you Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Caffeine TV. What's goody? It's your girl 759. I'm on the screen ready to do my thing. And I'm joined by my co-host, the Bronx Bully, the Beast from the East with the gap in the teeth, but it's perfectly okay. AKA, I need to zoom out this doggone camera because you are way too close. You are way too close on this camera. Hang on a second, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get her right. Gotta get her right together.
Oh, shit.
You done moved your
What the?
camera.
Oh, no, I didn't. I was just trying to adjust this shit.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
over there adjusting and things.
Yeah, because I was sitting here playing Grand Theft Auto last night like this.
I, t- I, t- I told you didn't have enough space. But anyway, I'm joined by the Bronx Bully, the Beast from the East for the Gap of the Teeth, but it's perfectly okay, aka Merciless Minx, aka Mad Late Minx, aka Minx Couture, Minx Contour, Minx Cooter, aka Minx Radio on Air. Call it what you want to call it, just don't call it a copycat. Do they dig or do they dig, Minx?
I hope they dig.
They better goddamn dig it, because if not, we got a couple of shovels.
Yo,
Ah,
can you hear me good? Can you hear me
yes,
good?
yes, I can hear you
Good.
perfectly.
You know what? I'm so used to my other mixer. I'm just not used to it.
You better get used to it, cause honey,
Yeah, because I ain't, I'm used to it by now. But yeah.
we
Okay,
are
cool.
we are here.
Awesome. Yeah, because I had to turn down some levels and shit while I was like playing around with getting this live together for Caffeine
Hmm.
and Twitch. And yeah,
But we are indeed here. I mean, hey,
as long as y'all hear me good, we Gucci.
yeah, we here. We in the spot. We in the spot. But look,
Awesome. You might have to turn yourself up though, because you're kind of low.
I'm always low. That's just
I
me.
turned it all the way up.
I told you I don't have a big ass mouth. You know what I'm saying? I can't really project. I don't like to project. I don't like to yell. I hate that shit. Vicky, what's good on Periscope?
Word.
What's up to our homegirl Vicky? Am I good on your side?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you over Caffeine Gant. I'm gonna call you Gant 313. 313. Shout out to everyone on Caffeine. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah. Caffeine keeps us lit. Like we be lit.
Oh hell yeah. Every time I get like the streaming information from the end of the show, I'm like, yo, we had that many people that tuned in. Damn.
Of course, because we provide exceptional content. Foolery and fuckery aside.
Yeah, we try. We try.
But we're going
What
to give you
the
some.
fuck is this light, man? Oh God, it's always something.
What's going on now?
My light is not right. I think I picked the wrong hue. Bitch.
Well, while she getting her light together, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some shirts. They're not in the store, but if you like
There
to
we
buy
go.
one, you got it.
Yeah, I look better now. Before I looked like I was orange, like this was a SpongeBob SquarePants live.
Oh my gosh. We've got shirts. They're not in a store. However, if you would like to purchase one, please let us know with your information and your Cash App, and we will make sure that we will get your shirt to you within a week and some change. Because Custom Ink is usually pretty good with delivering their shirts, and please know you're going to get a quality product. So while we are in the midst of finding a new distributor for our merch, we will be your
Which I think
distributors.
I think we found one, but I gotta have you check them out. Let them know if they legit.
Okay, most def. So, color, size, let us know what you want. We'll make sure we get it to you. Also, join the hustle culture. If you would like to become part of the hustle culture, all you got to do is very simple, people. All you have to do is send in a picture, a small quote of what you think hustle culture means to you, your name, your location, and your IG handle so you can be properly shouted out on the IG page and also on Facebook. Send all of that information on over to hustleculturemag@gmail.com. And Minx, let everybody know where they can find the Merciless Cast.
Right.
I'm telling you, let everybody know where to find the Merciless Cast.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, right,
So
yeah.
Merciless Cast is only on my Patreon. I'm only dropping Merciless Cast on the Patreon. The Mink Show podcast, because after all the meetings that I had today, you're like, wait, you're canceling the Mink Show. Why? So the Mink Show podcast is still the Mink Show podcast. The Merciless Cast is specifically for my Patreon. So if you're looking for artist jewels, tips, and all that shit, you can go over to become a Patreon member and you get those jewels and tips about the music industry and anything to help with your individual branding. I wanted to separate the show. The Mink Show is going to be different from the Merciless Cast from now on. So that's the plan. So it's still two shows. You can go to minkstagram.com, and that is a real website.
Listen to her Minkstagram.
You can go to Mixtagram.com and keep up to date with the updates of what's happening with my brand and everything like that. So Merciless Cast will be dropping September the 1st. We're just gathering all the jewels and shit that we need. And yeah, no more free shit. No more freebies. We're done with the freebie shit.
Yeah, cause y'all took advantage of that. So you took
Yes.
advantage. You didn't give back. You didn't reach out, say, "Hey, how can I help you out?" None of that. So you know,
Right.
gotta cough up a little bit of change, but it's okay.
It's I don't hit people over the head. Um, but yeah.
Vicky is asking, wait, is your podcast no longer on Station Head?
As of right now, I'm trying to lock everything down into one hub. Um, the Mink Show podcast will still be on every platform, including Station Head, but Merciless Cast will only be on my Patreon, where people will be able to download the audio files, but no, nothing free. I can't do free anymore. If I know you personally, hit me up and you're like Minx, I want you to help me with some information. I can guide you for a fee, a minor fee. But if you want this to be an ongoing relationship, I do recommend a Patreon because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure that each person gets special care. You know what I mean? If I'm paying $5 a month and you're supposed to be helping me learning about playlist curation, branding and all that stuff, and you're paying me 5, 10, $15 a month, I just think that that's financially fair for my time and also Gina's college fund. Our girl wants to go to college, so
And
yeah,
that's wonderful. It's about education. Gotta have it.
absolutely,
Gotta have it.
absolutely.
Oh goodness gracious. Well, uh, so other than the craziness that's already going on out in the world, y'all, I hope y'all staying as safe as possible, wearing your mask and whatnot. I'm enjoying these little videos of people getting put out of stores because they can't follow one simple rule. I'm waiting for the day that I go grocery shopping and I see old Agnes get all upset because she can't come in the store because she don't have her mask on. I'm waiting for that day. I'm gonna, yo, what's up, John? What's going on? AKA Mr. Bald Headed Ho shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
But
out to Articulate.
Articulate and Caffeine Chat. What's going on, Articulate? Mr.
How you doing,
Mr.
Articulate?
Articu early and on time.
I
Yes.
actually tagged him. I tagged him and I was like, "Oh my God, it's one of my favorite artists." And all these artists was like, "So I'm not your favorite?" I'm like, "What the out of here?" Do you tune into the Mink Show? Do you tune into the RTIM show? Do you tune into anything that we do? The
Are
Punchline?
you engaged? Like, are you engaged with us? Do
If
you
you're
fuck with us?
yeah, because you know what? That reminds me. Even though I can't stand this heifer, what's her face, Young Ma. There was a video circulating about how she was talking about your day ones. How it's all about, which I agree with her. You rock with me, I rock with you. You don't rock with me, I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't rock with you, but I'm not gonna spend like special care
Yeah,
in trying to get.
I'm not gonna make you like me and make you fuck with me. No, 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 no. That's fake, and I
No,
don't
that,
do
that,
that.
that that's what gets you killed out here. Fake love shit.
John says his new kink is watching people get denied service for not wearing a mask. You know what? I enjoy it. I'm here for all of it. I love it. What do
Is it
you
really that
mean?
tough?
What do
Like,
you mean? I just come in here for a pack of chicken. What do you mean I can't come?
yeah, you came in here to kill us all with your Rona,
And,
possible Rona.
and then Walmart cashiers and door greeters gotta act like bouncers. Like, nah,
Or
dog, you don't have the right. You gotta go. You can't come in. Like the people at Studio 54. I don't know if y'all ever seen old clips of Studio 54. The short guy was picking people out who can come in. You don't have on a tie. You can't come in here. You
yeah,
don't have your
that's my
hair combed. You can't come in here, bitch. You ain't got no mask. You ain't coming up in here. But what do you mean? I paid $40 to wait in line. I'm sorry. You have no mask. Get to stepping the door.
right,
So
right.
I love it. John says at Karen's Gone Wild on Twitter is lit, and oh my god,
Yeah, I
Karen,
believe it.
Karen's Gone Wild, huh?
Because even I know Reddit has they have a community called like, Karens of something. I forgot what it was.
Oh Jesus, I love it. I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. I just wish that if businesses are going to enforce and require, y'all need to enforce that like to the letter. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all really need to enforce that because y'all letting people come in, but it's like they have their mask on, but it's not on correctly, and it's like, oh, they got their mask, they just come on in here. No.
Yeah, they walk around with the mask over their nose, like it's like below their nose, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that that's not protecting you against anything, right? At all.
At all. I've even seen one lady. She got on the bus actually, and shout out to our public transport for not charging to get on the bus. Cause damn it, some hard times out here.
Word.
But she got on with the mask on below her chin, but she was already on the bus by then. And then when she sat down and got situated, then she put the mask on. I was like, okay, well by then, it's the purpose has not been served. Like it,
Articulate. Articulate. That does make sense. He says if masks are mandatory, then restaurants can't be open. How the fuck are you going to eat with a mask on?
that's why I never understood how you're supposed to like, how these people are out here partying and you're gonna say mask enforced. How? It's gonna be if y'all gonna be slam packed and y'all gonna talk about some mask enforced, bitch. Somebody ain't gonna wear it because it's gonna be hot. And it's like they got drinks, they got wings. Ain't no way you're gonna wear a mask and you trying to drink and eat some wings. Like there's no way. So yeah,
Well,
no, restaurants need to figure that out.
there was somebody that said, when it comes to like the mask, right? And this is the only thing I just think is stupid. Driving by yourself with a mask, that doesn't make sense.
I seen a few people in their car with that. I'm like, y'all are gonna pass out and die.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and then you got these other people saying that, oh, let's talk about these. Y'all talk about you're mad about wearing a mask for an hour or so to go shopping, but you got surgeons that wear masks for like a 10-hour surgery and shit. I
I
mean,
had mine on for a total of maybe 4.5 hours. I was very uncomfortable. Matter of fact, one of the straps had broken. I had to MacGyver it to make sure it didn't fall off. I was like, no,
right.
I'm not losing this bitch. It's the only one I have, and there's nobody available to hand me another one. No, 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 no. I'm gonna tie this bad boy up. John says he was at the local grocery store today. Couple came in with no mask. Girl at the door asked politely if they would like one, and lady said, "No, thank you," very loudly. He said he gave her a hard ass eye roll, then she started following him around the store, like baiting him to start shit, which he didn't. He was sucking his teeth though.
I mean, the
I
only
would have,
thing that
I would have stopped mid aisle, like, bitch, can I help you? Like, do you need help looking for something? I don't work here. Quit following me.
the only thing that bothers me about the whole mask thing, um, which I understand the whole premise behind it, but you know, you study history just like I read into history and shit. And to me, it feels like the whole mask thing. Like I get it. You want people to wear their masks. You want people to keep their germs to themselves. I get
Hmm.
that because that's the purpose of the mask. The mask is not to protect you; it's to protect me. Okay. Um, but I'm like, I look in history of all the different empires and stuff like that when they went into the next level of controlling their people, and how they were all mandated to wear masks
Hmm.
or some sort of face covering. And I feel like sometimes, like, when I go out, this is why I said this would have been perfect for me. Because again, like I said, some people think that I'm a bruja. Ooh, I'm a witch. Ooh. But I foretell shit. I feel inclined, like I'm very like aligned with the universe. And when I did my song Mad World, that I'll never forget that. She's like, yo, them 808s is too hard.
Yeah, them joints kind of kick.
It really did
They
kick. Yeah, I gotta
kick.
take down that bass a little bit because I was really feeling it when I was producing it. But
And the crazy
um,
part was, I played it on my monitors, and I was waiting for, because her intros is like very airy and
very
synthy, and then you hear the
extra.
tag, then all of a sudden you hear boom, boom.
Doom.
I said, yo, if you don't turn it,
Yeah, them shits is loud.
I
But I
had to
blame my
hurry up and turn that joint now.
I blame my I have everything going out to my dad to have it mastered because I think this album is finally finished. But when I did the song Mad World, in my mind when I was thinking about like concepts for a video, I was like, yo, what if there was like some zombie type shit? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like me against the world trying to protect myself against zombies. And then the pandemic happens. So I said, this is perfect. Mad
Here's
World.
what you do. Here's what you do. Get you a green screen, find some Walking Dead footage, and there you go.
Well, I would definitely say that would be the South Bronx. I
Oh
could just
my
go
god.
there.
Oh my god.
I could just go there because the whole plan, like the whole premise of it, is because the song is about a mad world that we're living in. We are technically in a mad world because of what the hell's going on. You got chicks twerking on top of cars and squirting on everybody, and
Yeah.
all this craziness in the Bronx, all in the Bronx. So I said, why don't I showcase the Bronx of showing how everybody that the Bronx is kind of a mad world over here? So that'll probably be my first video. I'm thinking.
And see, I was gonna
Just,
say
just
something positive about South Bronx. You kind of fucked that up. Happy birthday to hip hop, which originated
and then
in South
it
Bronx.
got ruined.
South Bronx, South Bronx. Now I wouldn't go there at all.
Uptown baby, uptown baby. That was when I was so proud to be from the Bronx because it wasn't for the Bronx. I'm like, I was
Yo,
so
I
hyped as a
when
kid.
I first heard that song, cause if you're like me and you like Steely Dan, when I saw this documentary where they, when I say they, Donald Fagen and Walter Becker, which is Steely Dan, they played Black Cow, which is the sample which Peter Guns and Lord Tariq took the sample. And so then the beginning of the song starts off doom 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 doom, and then Donald was like, Uptown baby. He's like, you know what? They try to take our shit without paying us. I was like, what?
Right,
But yeah,
right. But
pay for those samples.
that's definitely one of the songs in the Bronx. If you hear it at a black party, you know,
Does that
you better
that
stop.
still goes up there?
What block parties?
No. That song that still goes up there.
Hell yeah! Oh my gosh! Every time somebody's like driving around and you hear it, you just like you stop what you're doing. If it wasn't for the Bronx,
That shit 20 years old and y'all still dancing to it like it just came out yesterday.
yo, I swear to, I
That's
wanted
that
to
pride.
be
That's that
that.
pride.
And I never really have pride about being from cities and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last verses they had, it was DMX, and I saw that Yonkers was trending. So I was like, yeah, shout out to YO. I mean, I'm not, I have a lot of I have a lot of bad blood with Yonkers, but, it's just, that's my past life. You know what I'm saying? That's almost like, going back to your old high school where everybody used to pick on you and you're just like, why am I here celebrating such a fucked up shit. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like I
right.
just like Yonkers. I go to Yonkers and I try my best to go there and get the fuck out because I just don't want to bump into nobody. I don't need anybody asking me how I'm doing. It's no animosity towards Yonkers. It's just that when you exfoliate like your hometown type shit, because I was literally weekends at the Bronx, during the week at Yonkers, and then it switched summertime. I would spend the week in the Bronx with my grandmother, and then come back on the weekend with my mom in Yonkers. So it was both.
Mhm.
In a sense, like I used to always have a fight with people online because they would hear my songs, and I would give a shout out to the Bronx, and they're like, why would you give a shout out to the Bronx if you're from Yonkers? I said, wait, wait, wait. And I have to break it down. I was born in the Bronx, but I was raised in Yonkers and the Bronx. That makes me a person from the Bronx.
Dual citizenship. See, we don't have
Yeah.
that. We don't have that luxury. We're born where we're born, and that's it. Unless you're from out of
Yeah.
state.
Well, this is Gino's philosophy. He's like, some people say when you're a rapper or you're a producer and the person says, where are you from? Technically, there's some people say it's where you had your first fight.
Which would be where I was born and raised.
Yeah. I mean, my first fight was in the Bronx, I think. Yeah, it was in the Bronx in front of my house. I lost. I'm not gonna act like I won that shit. I got my ass whooped. But then you know,
Wow. Well,
I
I
was
mean, you took it like a G though. You took it like a G.
I'm being honest though, because for real, on some real shit, yeah, this whole get up, my hair and shit is an extension. These are extensions of my hair. But back in the day, my hair was really this length. You know what I'm saying? And what's the first thing that chicks go for?
They
Your
go for the
hair.
hair.
And this mark here came from my head hitting the curb. So
Oh.
she had an advantage over me because she ran around. I was like fists because my dad always taught me you got to hit people with your fists. You don't slap, you don't grab hair, you don't scratch, you don't bite, you don't. That's fighting dirty. So I'm in a stance. I'm ready. I'm like, yo, come on. And she's going around in circles. And then the first thing she did was she went and she grabbed like a chunk of my hair, and then she slammed me into the ground. And my grandmother was like, "Where did you fuck up at?" I said, "I should have had my hair up." She said, "Exactly."
Right. Because when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I wore braids, I wore cornrows, I wore anything. I mean, not for that specific purpose of in case I get in a fight, but it just so happened that anytime I got in a fight, my hair was not grabbable. So I can always go hands up. And I had a terrible disadvantage because I'm short as hell. I've always fought people bigger than me. I
That's
lost
not.
some.
That's
Yeah, I mean, I lost some. I won some. And then some was like, this bitch is crazy. Let's just leave her alone. Yeah, that's the best option. That's
right.
the best option.
Right.
But yeah,
Well, I don't like fighting because I've never won a fight ever.
I don't, but I will.
They always say what, like, hold on, I just adjusted something by accident.
Uh oh.
That's what I hit my toe on something. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay, because I hit my toe on something. And that was my preamp. Obviously we know I have a twin sister, so with her, she would always fight me to train me, right? And I would cry because I'm like, "You're my sister. Why are you fucking me up? What did I do now?"
Pretend I'm not your sister and fight me like I'm not your sister.
I ain't gonna keep getting you out of your battles. I'm like, "Damn, but you're supposed to. You're older than me." She said, "Boy, a minute."
And I'm not
That
gonna.
minute
And that minute makes a big difference.
to twins, for some strange reason, being a minute apart is a big deal. It's a big fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom would say, "I'm going to send your sister on an errand by herself and this, and that." I'm like, "But when I have to go to the store, you always got to tell somebody to come with me." She's like, "Yeah, because you're young." She's a minute apart from me. Like,
60 whole seconds makes a big difference.
but the bottom line is that when I was reading, I think when I turned like 18 or some shit, I was looking at my mom's reports from when I was born, and I'm reading it, and I'm reading the cesarean summary, and I took those papers and I ran right into her room and I said, "I was supposed to come first." She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "This says that baby B was at the lateral position. They should have taken me out first." She's like, "You really looked into that?" I said, "Yeah, I did." Been watching ER all day. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
right. I'm going to know what this means today.
Exactly. But it's hilarious. I'm just like, I love it. I love it. That 1 minute does mean a lot to some people.
I'm glad I don't have a twin. We'd probably fight.
Right.
We'd probably fight. Somebody getting their ass kicked, and it ain't gonna be me.
Yeah. I mean, I take L's, you know what I'm saying? That's why I can't stand people. They always want to come out like, "Oh, I got your fight." No one's ever going to say, "I got my ass whooped." Minx Couture will tell you, "I got my ass
I,
whooped." Like,
I I'm well. I'm not gonna flat out say I got my ass whooped. I'm gonna say I learned some valuable street lessons. That's the best way to keep from saying got your ass beat. I learned some street lessons. Number
Yeah.
one, grab a brick. Number two, swing.
Number three, keep it, from your parents that you got your ass whooped.
well, my mom never asked if I won or not because that wasn't the point. The point was that I defended myself because I was quiet and I was small and I was almost defenseless because I had no one to stick up for me. So I had to fight. But it wasn't really the hey, did you win? Did you get your ass beat? Oh no. Well, we gonna go fight this girl again or whatever. No, no, no.
All my life, I had to fight.
Right, right.
That's how I felt.
That was me. First grade through sixth.
I was actually talking to one of my good friends today, besides you. Um,
Yeah, I'm,
just
I'm not.
saying,
I'm not gonna get jealous. I'm not that type.
you know me. I always tell her, I was like, yeah, I was talking to my, I always talk to you about you to other people, and it's just so weird. Like people are like, okay, Mix, I got it. I'm like, no, but you understand, she's great, she's amazing, she's my co-host, we're great. They're like, okay, Mix, like, all right.
No,
No,
but you
I
really
stand.
don't understand. Like she is my.
Shut up!
Go ahead.
I stand my friends. I don't care. I stand my friends. That's why I feel like I'm a decent friend. I'm not. I've lost a lot of friends because they said I wasn't a good friend. And I guess that it's all about, I tell people, you want to know who your real friends are? Have a kid. Okay. Have a kid. Have a few of them.
Oh
And
no.
you'll see who your real friends are.
Mm-mm.
Everybody comes in the beginning, when you're pregos, they're all, nice. If you look at my Instagram, I could show you, and this is actual like proof. Look at any chick that has been pregnant, right? Look at her comments, look at her likes when she's showing her belly and she's doing all the mommy stuff. Or preparing for motherhood. Then the baby shower, everybody's excited. Oh my God, the baby comes. Oh my God, he's so cute or she's so cute. Let me send you something. And then you start noticing that they taper off little
Mm-hmm.
by little. You know what I'm saying? The comments start slowing down. It's almost like, you know,
Because
like
they're waiting for you to say, "Hey, couldn't one of y'all watch my kid real quick?" They're waiting for that.
I mean, mofos that live down south and shit that don't even have an opportunity to come up here or me to go down there. You just notice. So that's how I notice who my real friends are. Like I have literally like a friend like you have. You know, I don't talk to her. We don't talk, but when we do talk, it's almost like we picked off right where we left off. Not none of this. Oh, you don't call me. Or you too Hollywood for me. Oh, you got that podcast thing. You ain't listening. It's nothing
Mm-mm.
like that. It's
Mm-mm.
vibes. You know, life happens, especially when you have real life shit. You know, my friend knows that she can call me at any time. I'll pick up, but it does bother me because she used to live in my city in Yonkers, and we used to always hang out, drive around, smoking, chill, and listen to music. She actually helped me write "Put It in My Cup," the song that went viral. Her bridge went viral. So I told her, I was like, "Look, get ASCAP." She's like, "But I'm not a musician." I said, "No, just get ASCAP because I feel like you should get credit for that bridge." And she's just like, "But Minx, I don't want your money. I just had fun writing it with you." And I was like, she said, "But when you get famous and shit, I do require a mansion. That would be dope."
I do require.
Okay, you tell me when and where, and I will get it for you. But that's real friendship. Real friendship is not like, you know, being there, like being supportive. It's not just being supportive. It's also about spiritually being there for somebody, even though you don't talk to them, that you hope that everything's okay with them. That's why I think these new age friendships are bullshit because you don't talk to me, you don't hit me up. The phone works both ways. I'm like, but I have a family. I have a life. I have a business. I hit you up. You read my shit. You don't. So I'm not going to sit there and go crazy trying to force something that doesn't fit. I mean, what we had as friends was dope back then when we had no responsibilities, but shit
Mhm.
happened.
I I'm not gonna say I'm that friend that always jumps to I'm not that friend. But if you need to vent, or you just need to, get away for a little bit, get some shit off your chest, need a drinking partner, I'm there. I just can't
Yeah.
babysit your kids though. I'm sorry.
See, and that's the other thing too. That's the other stigma. Like even for myself with my girlfriends, you know,
Like I could
it,
play with Gina because like I got to know her through the phone a little bit, but
right.
to spend a long amount of time with like children that I don't know, babies, like I feel I have no maternal instincts. It's like I don't know what the fuck to do with a kid. I don't.
And that's very weird that you say that because I was having a conversation with my dad about that the other day. And I said to him that, we were just pretty much talking about, generational problems that Black families have, which one of them is being in contact with social services and child protective. And I said to him that it's very strange to me how, there are women that just are ashamed to admit that perhaps maybe they don't have those instincts. Because you have some women, like even animals in the animal kingdom. I've seen my cats, like when I was a kid, I had a cat that was always pregnant. I say, are you a hoe? But then I found out that cats they get raped. This is what happens. So my cat was a black hoe and came back pregnant all the time. And we always used to tell the kids on my block, when the cat gives birth, don't touch it
Hmm.
because they will not recognize it. They will not, and they'll try to kill their own baby
Or abandon it. Yeah.
or abandon it. So our cat, you know, had she had a litter of kittens, and there was one cat that this I kid you not, I had to be about 12 or some shit, and I'm sitting, and I see this kid run down my steps. So I was like, what the fuck is this? I come out, and he's holding, you know, this black and white kitten, and we named him Blackie because he was cute. And he's holding the cat, and like how kids do so recklessly, like you're gonna kill it.
I'm gonna try to choke it to death.
Yeah. So he's running down the stairs. I got it. I got it. And I ran up to this fucking kid and I grabbed him by the back of his shirt and I said, "You better give me back my cat." "Oh, these are yours?" It's on my steps, right? I take the cat. Mind you, the cat had to be about 3 days old. And I take the cat and I put the cat back. I'm, rubbing the cat against the mommy. And this cat was looking at it like, "Bitch, you know it's a wrap, right? I don't want this motherfucker."
Yeah, I'm no longer your mother. You
Oh,
belong to the
hell no.
streets. You belong to the streets.
She's like, "Ugh, mm." So every time I came out and I looked, the cat was like literally struggling, like, in the corner. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went to this cat. Her name is Fluffy. I said, "Fluffy, this is your baby. What are you doing?" So she denied this cat from having its milk. So I had to get kitty milk and feed this cat. And then I had to sell the cat because this cat did not want it. And that's the same shit, unfortunately, with mothers. There are some mothers out here that have a baby and it's just something just doesn't click. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, John 2253 over at Caffeine?
What's up? What's
Um,
up?
that's why when you give birth, the first thing that they want to do, because back then you give birth, they clean up the baby, they put it in the nursery. That was back then. Now you have the baby. The first thing they do is they put the baby on your chest, and then they want you to hold it and skin to skin, and then they want you to immediately start feeding if you opted for that. But I feel like this is why me and Gina are much closer because the moment she was born, she was on my chest and never left.
Hmm.
Never left. So I said, "Do y'all have to take her?" Or she said, "No, we're just gonna wash her and give her right back." I said, "Okay." Gina has not left my side. Thank you, Strang, over in Caffeine. Never left my side. So this is why I say there's a lot of women that don't have maternal instincts, and it doesn't make them a bad person. Everyone is not meant to be a mom, just like you have a bunch of dads who make babies and keep moving. It's simple to them. They don't have that paternal attachment to their seed.
Hmm.
They're not that into. If they hate you, let's just keep it real. If a dude hates you, he ain't taking care of his kid. I'm sorry. If that kid looks like you,
Forget it.
forget it. That's why my favorite line in Look Who's Talking is when Molly says, "How do you love someone so much when they look like someone you hate?"
But it makes perfect sense.
It does.
It makes perfect sense. I mean,
And
maybe you know, my young I can't say little because they are no longer little. They old as hell. My younger cousins, three of them have young kids. One cousin has a daughter. She's 5. My other cousin, he's in his late 20s. He got a baby. She's not even 1 yet, but she's running. And then my other cousin who had a birthday yesterday. Shout out and happy birthday to my cousin Lakeem. He's got a 2-year old. And huh?
the best age. That's the best
Oh,
age.
the 2-year old.
Yeah, I love the
Oh,
terrible
he
twos.
he is a good kid. Like he is so personable. Like he likes everybody. He high fives everybody. He you know, he's a good kid. Now, Jalea, which is the 5-year old, she was the first baby I've held in a very long time. And I
Mm.
actually worked a double shift and when I heard my cousin was going into labor with her, I was like, "Yo, I'm so dead ass tired, but I need to be there to, see my new cousin." And I held her. And my mom says, "You look so weird holding a baby." I said, "Yeah, I agree. I agree." Because I didn't know how to
Mm.
hold it. And it looked kind of weird me holding this baby. Because, I mean, duh, it ain't mine. But, eh. And then as she got older, because of what I used to do, healthcare wise, I knew how to change a diaper. I knew how to feed. I knew how to do all this, extra shit. But when it came time for when the baby's crying and you don't know what it needs,
Right.
you just make up shit like uh uh do you want this? Do you need this? I just changed you. I don't know what to do with you. Like
Yep.
panic mode. So, and also we have to normalize the talk of not wanting children, period. I know a lot of older people say, you have to leave a legacy. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to carry on the family name and this and the third. No, you don't. I'm here to tell you, no, you don't. I mean, it would be nice if you did, and it's wonderful if you
Hmm.
can, and it's wonderful if you do. But if you can't or you don't want to, it's perfectly fine as well.
That reminds me of a tweet that I saw the other night that this dude wrote. I meant to send it to you, but I guess I was laughing so hard I forgot to. He says, instead of telling people that you don't want any kids, you should start saying, "My bloodline ends with me." I was like, yo, that's so. What was the comments? People was like, yo, that sounds so dope. Like, yo,
Like
fuck that.
I'm going to be the last one standing, bitch. Like, yeah,
My bloodline ends with me, right? Because I look at it sometimes like my brother, he doesn't have any kids yet, and I know that that bothers him, because he's in his 30s and he wants to have a family. And I said to him, look, you could be out here like some of these dudes at 30 years old, because he's gonna be 31, at 30 years old with like 8 kids that don't know their father. Or I said, there's a lot of kids out here. This is another concept that I had. Like, if I didn't have kids, I would be doing this. Um, but there's a lot of kids out here that need love.
hmm
They're born by parents that don't care about them. They don't care about their existence. They just don't have that affection. And people that can't have kids or they just physically don't want to have kids, you can always adopt and love another child. That's why I said in one of our past episodes, I said, how do we know that our bloodline is our bloodline? We don't know, because there's so many slaves that took in orphans and they raised them as their own. And you know what I'm saying? So it's
right,
like family is, in my opinion, you know, we don't get to pick who our family is when we're born. We're literally put here. Um, but when we get older, we're able to pick and choose what we want as a family. The type of man that we want, or woman, the type of child that we want. If we want to have a cat and a dog, if we want to have a white picket fence lifestyle, we can choose that when we get older. And I think that being a parent is basically any child that you raise to be a productive member of society. It doesn't
exactly.
have to be from your loins. It can be from your heart. And that's why if it was up to me, if I didn't have Gina, I would probably have like I'd probably be like a foster mom, you know, to children that are waiting for child services to, you know, wrap that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll probably never want to leave me. And I understand there's a lot of people in foster care that care for these children. And, you know, some people, they do it because it's money, and other people do it because they don't, you know, their heart is just so big that they don't want a child that's in a group home and not being loved. So there's a lot of kids out here that need love, and let's just love them.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, let's.
I
Uh,
did mean that. Guys, I really did mean that from the bottom of my heart, because my heart,
shout
when it
out,
comes,
shout out to the foster moms though. Y'all really do make a difference in some of these kids' life.
you definitely do. And you know, again, with everything that's happening, like heinous shit happening to kids these days, they need more love and attention than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I've seen teachers that just loved one of their students so much that was being abused at home, and they just went and filled out the adoption papers and said, F that. I love you because you complete me and I complete you, and let's just do this. And you know, it's a real thing, you know. So let's not always look at being a parent as physically coming through, because I've met people that I thought that that was their parents, and they're like, no, that's my foster mom and dad. I'm like, your child look alike. How the fuck is that possible?
Aha.
I think it's love. Love will make you look like somebody else. There's times that me and Gino look alike, and it scares me. I'm like, but I'm black.
Yeah, I don't know about that part.
No, there's certain, like, we have one picture. I'm gonna send it to you. We have one picture that we took together. He's laying with me, and I just did like a goofy face, and he did the same goofy face, and I was like, "Are you goofy like me?"
Are
It
you
was just so weird.
goofy like me?
Are you goofy? That's all I want to know. Are you goofy? Are you willing to do goofy shit? Because I do goofy shit. And he's like, of course.
Of
It's like, yeah,
course.
of course. If you ain't willing to
Us
be,
Libras are some goofy motherfuckers.
I mean, that's the best way to live.
Of course it is.
Yo, I can't stand people with speaker systems this loud.
I heard that.
There's
Stereo
this one dude
speakers
who
and,
drives
and, and
around.
motorcycles.
Yeah, it's in the motorcycles that you hear it the most.
I'm waiting on the ice cream truck right now to come through here. I haven't heard of the
Yeah, I'm
past
waiting
couple
for
nights.
A15.
Yeah,
Mm,
right. What you doing out here after
that's the
hours?
time. That's the time.
Let's go ahead and get into these good old topics. Yeah, we got news music, y'all. All right. So, Journey Smollett. You know,
Oh no.
yeah. No, this is kind of crazy. She says that she has been sexually harassed on almost every movie set since the age of 12. She's now 33. Speaking about it, she says she spoke about pay disparities, the subliminal and overt efforts to erase blackness, and the sexual harassment that she's experienced throughout most of her career. She said, I quote, I don't know that I can confidently say that I worked on one job prior to Lovecraft Country, which is the new series on HBO that she's going to be in. From the time I was 12 on, where I haven't been sexually harassed, whether it was by an assistant director, a co-star, director, or producer. She later clarified that there was a number of other film and TV sets where she did endure this kind of abuse, but emphasized that it was quite common. She says, quote, like a guy saying before we're about to do this love scene, hey, your tits are going to be hanging in the wind. You know, that's not okay. She says before, yep, motorcycle. Before revealing that she had stepped away from a project because the misconduct was so bad and they let her out of the contract. Yeah, that's kind of wild. I mean, for you was a child star. You and what, she had a big ass family. It's like 8 of them. 8,
Right.
9, 10 of them. And I remember when they had that sitcom, what the hell was the name of it? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's how old I am, y'all. They used to have like this big family sitcom, and we grew up watching this family, so it's like it's kind of weird and sad that she's now at the age of 33 coming out saying that she's been sexually harassed since the age of 12. It's like, yeah, we're going to say the obvious, did she tell anybody? Did she, tell her mother, her father? Did she tell her agent? Did she tell somebody? You know what I mean? But she didn't name names. So I don't know if she's going to take that any further or whatever the case might be. But y'all don't have to be subject to sexual harassment. I mean, what is that old commercial back in the day? No means no, Larry, and I don't have to take it.
I remember that one. I was like, that chick was from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, she sure was. No means no, and I don't have to take it.
Who did she play? April, I think. Yeah, she played April.
And he was trying to meet her by the file cabinet. No means no, and I don't have to take it.
Yes, I remember that. Sexual harassment, I mean, it seems the only thing that bothers me about Hollywood and their sexual harassment shit is that it all starts from when people are underage.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be from any age, but they specifically wait for underage.
Like that person who ain't here no more. Yeah, him. And his partners and them's. I mean, and it's kind of sad if y'all, for real, if y'all hadn't seen the story on Netflix, it's called Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich, and it's like a 4 or 5 part little series. If you hadn't seen it by now, damn it, y'all just stuck. He requested young girls as young as 14, and they would lie to certain people and say, "Hey, this this guy's gonna give us money. If we do little simple shit for him, we massage his feet, we get $200. Oh, word, free money, Christmas."
And you think it stops, and they think it stops there,
and they think, oh, well, I'm just gonna go touch this man's ugly ass feet. I'm gonna get $200, and then I'm gonna split. That's not what goes on. As a matter of fact, it goes a little further than that. So you go from touching toes to touching testicles, and you're like, okay, now something ain't right. Something is gone completely left. And by then, you too far into it to say anything, because who's going to believe you? It's your word against this multimillionaire guy who's got deep connections with cops, with judges, with the government, with the city and state, all that sucks.
Cops, especially cops. Yeah.
Especially cops. He had like a whole district court in his pocket.
It's amazing how much,
nuts.
When you have money, it's amazing when you're rich and you have money, that means you have power, that means you have respect. And they will not come out their face and say what's going on behind closed doors.
Of course
ever.
not. But like I said,
even though we know.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, where he messed up was he kept everything at his house.
Big no-no.
The ultimate getaway. I mean, you've gotten away with this so far, and you messed up by keeping pictures, keeping the young girl's underwear, keeping...
He pulled a Bobby Shmurda.
I mean, he kept everything to his damn self in his house, which he didn't think the police would raid.
Big no-no.
And that's a big absolutely not. You do not... See, also with drug dealers, it's always this golden rule. You don't sleep where you work. Or you don't work where you sleep, or however that goes. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't know. But you don't conduct your business where you lay your head.
You never get high off your own supply.
I mean, unless it is your own supply and you not breaking off the re-up, then that's perfectly on you. But
she's never sold drugs.
I never sold drugs, but it's like, it's just some things that you don't do. And it's sick to say that if you're going to prey on young girls, I would guess the common sense thing to do would not be keep the girl's underwear in your house, along with pictures, pornographic images, things like that. He had like
Right.
he had terabytes of child porn in his house.
Very creepy.
And you thought you was going to get away with the shit. And
Very creepy.
and going back to Journey, like she didn't name any names, but it's like, okay, you came out with that, so now what?
Hmm.
What goes from here?
Well, I hope and I pray that she's protected at all costs, because you know what seems to happen with folks that talk about this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only fear. Even I think the one person that I really am waiting to come out to say something is Drew Barrymore. Because then I know,
I
because the
mean,
chick from Poltergeist, a lot of people have not looked into her story, and they should, because I don't think she died the way that they said she did. Um, there's been a lot of talk about that recently. Hollywood is going down, and you know what? I'm watching it, and I have my popcorn out because there's a lot of kids and young teens that went through shit, and we know what's his face, Corey
yeah, Corey
Haim.
Haim, Corey Feldman.
All of them, and there's a lot of people that died and did, they were unable to tell their story, and I look forward to the exposés, because it needs to be done. It needs to be said.
I was always waiting on Macaulay Culkin to say something, and this is aside from the whole Michael Jackson thing. I was waiting on him to come out and say, you know what? When I was on the set of Home Alone, such and such and such, do. That never happened. Or if it did, he never spoke out about it. Or if he spoke about it, I never heard it. Because he was like
I
the
mean,
most popular child star in the 90s at that time with the Home Alone franchise, Richie Rich. And he was the one child actor. Now as an adult, I'm like, yeah, we need to hear his side of the story, because the only thing they would ever say was he was with Michael Jackson. They were already picking him out to be a pedophile. So what does Macaulay Culkin have to say? And he spoke on that like, he never touched me. We're good friends. Do.
a
Okay.
part of me, a part of me feels like I wish that Macaulay Culkin would have played Bart Simpson.
Eat my shorts.
Yeah, I think that he would have. I think he would have played a dope as Bart Simpson.
You mean
But
like a live action version of the movie?
yeah, like when he was a kid, like around the time when he did Richie Rich, he would have been perfect
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I kind
That's
of
why
like Richie Rich. Richie Rich was my shit.
I used to love Richie Rich, because I was like, I want to have McDonald's in my shit. I want to have McDonald's in my house too.
Yeah, he had
And that didn't go down
a grand scale Mickey D's in the crib. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous.
for real. I was jealous as fuck.
No, we got food at the house. That was our Mickey D's. We got food at the house.
Yeah,
Mm, that wasn't quite what I wanted to hear at all. So,
right.
but anyway, speaking of sexual harassments and such, so Dave Chappelle decided to have a little comedy show. He brings out Louis C.K., who, if y'all haven't really heard much about him, is because he too was also accused of masturbating in front of folks, being a nasty, pervy guy, and, you know, sexual misconduct. 5 women came through and said, hey, he did this, such and such and such. So he had announced a 14-city international tour back in 2018, but of course, that whole thing back in 2017 kind of sort of screeched that to a halt. So now, fast forward, Dave Chappelle brings him out. Ladies and gentlemen, Louis C.K., and everybody's like surprised. There's some clapping going on, and the show goes on. Meanwhile, in between while, why is this man, Dave Chappelle stuck up for Louis C.K. and I guess it's some type of comedic bond or some shit. But he says in a stand up that's on Netflix called Sticks and Stones. Y'all please watch that. That shit's funny. He says, quote, Louis C.K. is a very good friend of mine. Before he died in that terrible masturbation accident, he didn't do anything y'all can call the police for, the comedian said. I dare you to try. They ruined his life, and now he's coming back playing comedy clubs, and they're acting like if he's able to do that, he's going to hurt women. What is your agenda? So I guess it's okay to be a nasty, pervy creep and still keep your job. And mind you, he hasn't gone to court for none of these allegations. He hasn't served any type of jail time from these allegations.
Of course not. They never do.
So I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of Louis C.K. Like I tried to watch a stand up of his and I was like, nah, it's not my humor. I don't get it.
Right.
It's not my tea. But
Yeah.
but once again, it's like, okay, here's the double standard. You know, he was accused of sexual assault and doing some nasty shit. He gets to walk around like nothing's going on. And he gets to keep his job, make his money, tell some jokes. He even joked about the allegations that he was named in. But you got Bill in jail, 80-something years old, blind, and in jail.
Let's not even talk about let's not even talk about the fact that Elvis Presley married a fucking 14-year-old.
Let's not talk about Jerry Lee Lewis marrying his 14-year-old cousin. Let's not go there.
Yeah, the creepers are everywhere, and you know, they're definitely out here, you know, raping these young girls and still being able to keep their legacy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we got people's legacies being destroyed off of allegations. So,
It's just nuts.
nah.
This must be the sexual assault show because there was a story yesterday. I hate that this has got to be this show that we talk about this, but 2 Fort Hood soldiers among 9 arrested in a prostitution sting. What the hell is going on?
Wow.
So 2 days ago, if y'all have noticed on Facebook, the algorithms have changed. They started blocking hashtags like Save Our Children, Stop Pedophilia, do, blah, blah, blah. And then here we go. During the operation, suspects contacted officers through various social media platforms and made agreements for sexual acts with girls they believed were 15 or 16. This is in Kylene, Texas. And all of these men are over the age of 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 9 of them. Felony prostitution under the age of 18.
See, that's the thing that I don't get. If you're like, what were they? Just regular soldiers, or?
Yes.
Okay. So you're supposed to be fighting for this country. You have been picked up by this government to take care of us and protect and serve for us.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, you're out here getting your noodle wet.
Not the noodles. But yeah.
That's pathetic. It's sad. It's disheartening.
Hold on. I want to correct that. 6 Fort Hood soldiers, 14 total. If I didn't say that, I do apologize. So it's 14 people total, including 1 woman. 2 women.
Yeah, they're probably the people that lured whenever there's women involved in some sort of sexual trafficking, it's because they're supposed to be like the, you know, the friendly face, the comfortable, you know, face, the people that, you know, make a person that they're preying on feel comfortable to go with them or follow them or whatever. It's pathetic.
In this day and age, y'all out here. I cannot.
I can't. This is just, it's so It's frightening to be a woman. It's frightening to be a little girl. It's just frightening because you have so many predator ass dudes.
And a couple of months ago, I was just saying how I noticed that those types of stories had kind of died down. You didn't hear anything.
They didn't die down. They just were snuffed.
Mm.
They were snuffed. They it's funny that you mentioned about the algorithm because the algorithm has certainly changed. It's definitely not the same like it used to be.
Mm-mm. I noticed that.
Um, there's a lot of fact checking, and I keep saying fact checking. You're fact checking. I'll give you an example. There's a video that was going viral on Saturday, and that video was of again the trolls. Right, there was a troll doll that a woman received for her daughter for her birthday, and basically there was on the box it displays the functions. What's up, Black Ghost, over on Instagram? um so there's like this doll. Her name is Poppy, and basically they display with all the functions of the box. Okay, does this, she sings this, she does that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when the mother, you know, inspecting the toy like we all do, all moms, we check, we make sure the toy is in working condition. She noticed that in between Poppy's legs there was a button, and in the box it doesn't say that there is a button in her private area. They just say that just squeeze her and she does this and
Oh,
she.
don't tell me.
So yeah, so when the mom presses the button, Poppy makes like a gasping noise, like it just sounds inappropriate, right?
Mm.
So, in a sense, they look at that as, you know, is this conditioning? I got my man on walking around with no shirt on and shit.
Show me your titties.
Is this their way of conditioning little girls that hey, there's a button down there and you press that button and it makes you giggle?
That's not
So
cool. That is not cool.
it's not. So the mom, this is what's so crazy about this toy, right? Which is why some people were saying that the mom was reaching, and other people were saying that this is kind of weird that your friend would give you a gift like this because you couldn't find it in Walmart. When you took the box and you scanned the barcode, nothing pops up as it being a Walmart toy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were saying that maybe you need to contact the person that sent you the present because if you can't find this on the shelves and you can't find this online, like you scanned it, and because this video went viral, you couldn't find this
That's
toy at
gotta be
all.
some exclusive shit right there.
Yeah, like maybe, yeah, maybe you should question your friend about where did like what would possess them to give a child this toy. So a part of me feels like um I think Snopes is the company that does the fact checking. How
Mm-hmm.
is that fake? If the woman literally has the toy, like she has the toy, she's showing the box, she shows the barcode, she opens Poppy's pants and it shows the button. What is fake news
Yeah,
about
what's
that?
fake about that? You know why? Because they kind of want to put a lock on people speaking out against, you know, there's an agenda, child pedophilia, do 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 do. They want to block those names, those words, those hashtags, that whole thing, as if oh, y'all just tripping. That's not what's going on. It's a toy. That's fake. That's fake news. It's fake news. But
But this is what I
that is
consider
terrible.
censorship.
That's terrible.
This is censorship
You
because
have people's Facebook pages blocked for like 30 days for posting, reposting, something like that.
reposting, not even being the original poster, just
Right.
reposting shit. And I just feel like now, like the times that we are in, um, is there fake news out there? Yeah, it is fake news out
Of
here,
course it is.
right? But if a person, like my dad has always said to me, like I was just talking to somebody on Facebook, right? And I hope there's no hard feelings between us because it just is what it is. But if I can see it, I can touch it, then it's real. Okay. if it exists, if somebody else is physically holding something, physically showing something, then it's real. So whether or not if this doll, if it picked up its arm and did this and did, but it's why is there a button in between the legs of a toy? Why are there dolls with realistic, private parts?
Mm-hmm.
This is the shit that gets me frustrated because even as a mom, um, I look at a lot of the stuff that Gina gets, and like we just got her a new Ken doll. She's been bothering us for months. Like, mommy, I
They
need a
still
Ken
make
doll. So
those?
let me tell you, this new Ken doll.
I haven't seen
Okay,
Ken in like 20 years.
hold on. Hey, I got to show you this Ken doll. Okay, because this Ken doll is not like the Ken doll that we grew up on.
Yeah, the Ken doll we had, he had like the six pack, the pecs, the muscles, the blonde
I'm over here
hair.
screaming and
But this one, he didn't have, he was just smooth at the bottom. You know what I mean? He,
no, this Ken doll has a fucking six pack and like the Justin Bieber look.
oh,
I'm like,
really?
why
They
did
made him
you?
look like Justin Bieber.
Oh my god! I was like, why do we need our kids to be playing with shit like this? I'm not a prude or anything, but and I hate that word, but it is kind of true. But it's just frustrating. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. I got to show you this doll because you guys are not gonna believe it. And my watch just died. That damn.
Money well spent.
My phone died, and I hate that. Well, my watch died.
Oh. So
Good thing.
another news, Joe Biden chose Kamala Harris as his vice president. Hmm.
Trash.
I hadn't really followed up on her, but I mean, I will say just because she's black don't mean she's for us.
She's black.
Kamala Harris is black.
Well, somebody said that if Kamala's running, they just might as well just throw Trump's inauguration party. Hey, can you do me a favor? Could you bring me Gina's Ken doll? Just real quick. Tell her I'll give it back. No, Gina's gonna be like, well, what do you want with my Ken doll?
What's this post that I saw you put up on Facebook? Pastor Jamal Bryant calls out Christians who burn sage, says it's rich witchcraft and satanic aromatherapy. I've never heard such. Okay, all right, hold on. We got the Ken doll. He's looking real royal. Okay, I see him with the Justin Bieber do. Okay, hi Gina, that's my bestie.
We're just showing everybody your Ken doll. Thank you. See you later. She's like, hi. She's hilarious. No, but that Ken doll does not look
He's like, ah.
Right. Biggie's Blackout, hold on, says, is it possible that the friend made the doll? There are quite a few custom doll and action figure creators out there. That's an argument that she's not black while her dad is from Jamaica. He's of Indian descent. I forgot I have Facebook, Instagram up. But yes, I did post that. And yes, I was arguing with one of my friends on it.
Satanic aromatherapy.
That's what I said. Like, look, okay. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your God. I don't care. What I care about is what makes sense. Now, you cannot, Christians always have this like they just have this holier than now mentality. And I'm just like, wait a minute. You're calling people that burn sage, like I burn sage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're calling me demonic. I'm a demon. I'm going to hell. My mentality is this. You go somewhere and you've never been there. You have not died yet. How the fuck do you know if there's a heaven or a hell? You don't know. We all don't know. We are all living based off of faith, right? And belief. But you can't prove, you can't prove a belief. That's why I be asking all these people, oh, there's witchcraft. Okay, prove it. Oh, well, I'll show you these documents. Okay, prove it. No, I want you to show me witchcraft. You're telling me about Jesus Christ. I want you to introduce me to him. Oh, no,
Oh,
Jesus Christ is
you're not gonna
inside.
do all that. No, no, that's too far. You're
No,
asking too much.
I literally have dead ass have told people, unless you can show me and physically show me, I don't want to hear about it. Right. So they're like, oh, there's witchcraft and sorcery and this, and that. Okay, that's great. Show me. Don't show me a document. Show me the proof. Show me the evidence. Then we can talk. And it's like crickets. This is why, like I say, when you have Christians, right? Moses parted the Black Sea, whatever. Okay, cool. Were you there? Did you take pictures? Did you see it with your own eyes? No? Okay.
What do they say now? Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah, basically, show me the proof. Oh, well, the Bible is sacred. Okay, good. The Bible is sacred. So when I take a shit, it's sacred. So what? It's the same thing. It's my belief. I believe that my shit is sacred. Just like you believe your book is sacred. But what doesn't make sense is when they take shots at other people's, what they do, right? I burn sage. I believe in balancing myself, my mantra self, right? I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in indoctrinations. I believe in the fact that we are here and we are here with purpose. And I don't think our purpose is to convince other people to believe in some shit that you can't prove. Period. You can't prove it.
See, that's why I try to stay out of biblical conversations. I try to stay out of faith-based debates because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know the Bible, and I used to be the Christian. I used to be in religion. I used to do all this, but after a while, you start asking questions, and when the questions can't give you feasible answers, that's when you just walk away, and that's what I chose to do. And while I'm not going to belittle your religion, I'm not going to belittle your belief. I too am of the show me. I'm of the belief of common sense. I'm of the belief of, how do you know? And every time I throw that question, well, how do you know? And
Yeah.
Galatians 4 and no. How do you know? That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. So I used to get them so upset. I'm like, okay, you want to end the conversation because you can't prove it. Okay. Because the only thing you're going to do is quote, read, point. No, I need feasible, I can touch, reach out and touch. I need that Diana Ross. I need that reach out and touch.
See, the moment that I would say that
Offspring. Kind of
the
like, bruh.
moment, what up, Offspring? The moment that I questioned all of this, and it was from a priest. I kid you not. I had a friend. Um, she was pregnant. She didn't want to keep the baby, right?
Mm.
She wanted to consult our priest, right? So I said, I'll go with you. So she's in the priest's office crying and shit. Oh, it was an accident, and I don't want to have this baby. It's going to ruin my life. But I know that having an abortion is a sin, and this, and that. You know what this priest told her? He said, regardless of whatever decision you make, God is still going to love you, and God will take care of your child, whether you
Mm.
keep it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. But abortion is murder, right? This is what you tell us Christians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Abortion is murder. But then because you literally have someone sobbing on the floor, you're telling them that regardless, God loves you. So I had to stop him for a minute. I said, wait a minute. This is not what first of all, I went to school for this for years. You have told us that sex before marriage was a sin. You have told us that, you only have a baby when you're married. You told us all this stuff. But now you're telling my pregnant friend that is crying, instead of convincing her to keep the child, because this is what my stance was. I said, keep the baby. You fucked up, you're partying, you're doing whatever. Maybe this may straighten your life out. This is what I said. She's like, oh, but I understand. I learned my lesson. I said, but this is a child. Like, regardless of what y'all believe in abortion, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that now, after having a wake up call, it's your life. That's all I'm going to say. It's
Mm-hmm.
your life.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you what the right decision to make is. I can't tell you what the wrong decision to make is. But I don't believe that another person should make a person, feel based on their decisions. And I don't think, again, women should use this as a scapegoat of, okay, I fuck up, I get pregnant, boom, I can get rid of it. I don't think that that's right, because
Yeah, no.
that's a tough decision. That's a tough decision for anybody to make.
I say, and I just believe that abortions would only be appropriate if you've been raped. Other than,
Or if somebody pokes holes in condoms.
yeah, that's the exception. That's the exception. Other than that, you made your bed, honey. You got to sleep in that.
Yeah, or give it up for adoption. But what I'm saying is that when you're looking at people that are religious like that, I'm like, you know what? The one thing that always blew my mind as a human being, I'm like, why? If you're here, you came out of your mom's portal. I came out of my mom's portal.
Portal. I like that.
That's what I call it. Shout out to Vinny. You know, I came out from my mom's portal. You came out from your mom's portal. You have your own purpose on this planet, just like I have my own purpose on this planet. I don't never could understand why Christians believe, or any religious person believes, in trying to turn people into their belief. I'm like, okay, you telling me this is the only thing that I have to say. I'm a logical being. I ask people a logical questions, especially Christians. I said, let me just ask you one question. You believe that snakes can talk?
Hmm.
If you say yes, I can't fuck with you.
Do you believe in immaculate conception? We have questions.
Do you believe? So I asked this one chick, I said, you married, right? Yeah. Okay. So your man disappears for 3 days, comes back, and tells you that he got swallowed by a whale and he was able to come out after 3 days. You gonna believe that? Oh, hell no. Okay, so then what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, you want to always, they always want to throw the Bible at people. I'm like, look, the Bible says that if your child misbehaves, that you have to kill it. So what the fuck are y'all talking about abortion for? Your book tells you that if your child disrespects you, you must murder them. But you coming after people crying and sobbing because, honestly, who wants to bring a child into this world right now?
Not me.
I'm not advocating. I'm just saying that a person has a right to decide what they want. And when they meet their maker, if there's a maker, they can handle it then. You can't fucking tell me about heaven. You can't tell me about hell. When we are in a fucking world where, and I know my dad had posted this one time. He says, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all are all Bible freaks and shit, right? So why is it that when somebody gets sick, why do y'all pray for them to get better? Shouldn't you be praying that they get worse? Because isn't like the whole journey of this shit is to die? Yo, I fell the fuck out.
He probably pissed off a lot of people with that one. He probably made some
Right.
people mad.
That's what I said. I said, yo, Dad, why would you say that? He said, but it's a logical question. Isn't the goal to die?
Oh, it's not a
So why-
goal. It's just inevitability.
Wait. The goal is to go to where? Heaven. So in order to get to heaven, you have to what? You have to die.
Okay.
Why do you go to funerals and you're crying? You should be celebrating. You should be happy. Y'all shouldn't be crying. The fuck are y'all crying for? They made it. What are you upset for?
Offspring
So-
says, "Damn, that was strong."
Truth. This is what I always say. Why do we cry at funerals if the goal is to die? It's a goal is to get to heaven, to chill with Jesus and his fucking peoples. Like you don't know. None of us know what happens. I will say I do believe there is a God. I just don't believe that people are worshiping the right dude. I like there are several gods. You look at different religions. You have some religions that have 177,000 different gods. But you telling me that your God is the right God? Like, yo, believe that. Believe that. But I personally don't believe in religion. I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in anything that you can't prove me. I do believe that women are creators. I believe that, women are the reason why we are here, right? We are here because of a woman. We are not here over no damn rib. So I honestly don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in no snake in the Garden of Eden.
Imagine making all of this out of a rib. That's a lot of rib.
That's bullshit. Look, I look at it. People tell me you're gonna go to hell. Okay, great.
I'm
What's hell
here
like?
already. I believe this is it already. Offspring says, Offspring says, if I die, y'all better play Bone Thugs and Harmony, Crossroads, and Party at my funeral. And I'm gonna miss
I don't believe
everybody.
in that. I'm like, look, I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in anything. You know what I believe in? Reality. Okay. You want to convince me that because I don't believe in what you believe, I'm going to go to hell and you trying to save me? But your ass ain't here to save me. Your ass is here to save yourself. So what are you worrying about my soul for? Right? And then I say, the last thing about this convo is this. I just think that we are here for 3 reasons: to love, to have a purpose, to help one another. I don't need no God to tell me that. I don't need no prophet to tell me that. That's just reality. The reality of life is that we are here to be living humanity, right? We're supposed to be humane to ourselves. We're supposed to be humane to each other. We're supposed to be humane to animals. We're supposed to congregate together. If you believe that there is some magical being in the sky that's watching over you, then why the fuck are kids getting raped? Why the fuck are women?
We about to get shut down.
That's just my thoughts.
No, but that's the
there's
truth.
a magical being, if there's a magical being and he's sitting there, oh wow, that poor 5-year-old being raped. I hope they don't hate me in the future. Bullshit. No. We are already in evil, honey. There's no fucking hell. You want to know why there's no hell? Because we are here in it. There's no devil. There's no, a man with the stake. Oh my God, the evil red dude. No, I don't believe in that shit. You know why? Because we are energy. Fire does not destroy energy. Nothing can kill energy. The only thing energy does, and I'm talking physics, the only thing energy does is consistently recycle. You cannot destroy energy. So you want to convince me I'm going to be in a cage listening to my own music for all eternity because, oh my God, if I hear this song one more time, and Satan's like, I'm mad at you because you did exactly what I wanted you to do on earth.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
That's it.
Satan is evil and he wants you to do. Okay, but if you're saying Satan wants you to do something bad and you do it, he's going to reward you by punishing you? Like,
make it make sense. Make it make sense. I
love my life.
I used to get asked this question a lot. And I was like 2 Bible verses away from being called a damn heathen. I was at work one night. And 2 of my coworkers, they read the Bible. They're good Christian people. They, whatever. And so I had to open my big ass mouth. Of course I did. Why? Because it's 3 a.m, ain't shit else to do. Let's go ahead and have this discussion. I said, okay, so let's get into it. When you wake up during the day, what do you think wakes you up, in the morning? If you don't have an alarm clock, Cause I don't set my alarm. I done got to the where I don't even have to set my alarm. It's like my brain knows what time it is, and I just automatically wake the hell up. That's because God gave you the da 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 blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay. So if he woke me up at 3 in the morning when I'm supposed to get up at 9 in the morning, what the hell is that? Like, you should be
No.
thankful he woke you up. No, I probably have acid reflux and I probably need to eat some Tums. Like, that's probably what's going on. But go off. So I asked for Bible verses. I asked for Bible verses. I asked for this. I asked for that. I said, okay, well, since you give me this Bible verse, I'm going to follow it up with something realistic. Do y'all really sit here and adhere to that Bible as if it pertains to like reality, like right now? Because some of that shit in the Bible, well, I'm not going to call it shit. I apologize to the
No,
Christians.
it's shit. It's
But
bullshit to me.
if you're going to rely on that for your everyday life on this earth, y'all have been reading that all wrong. Y'all are not
It was
listening.
meant.
Y'all are not
It's not
heeding
meant
to
to
that.
be
Y'all
literal.
y'all not living that life because all of us have broken the rule in that book one way or another. We've gotten tattoos, we drank, we smoked, we defiled our temple. That's in there. Women, we wear pants. That's in there. Some of y'all been divorced from your men.
Right.
That's in there. We eat shrimp. We eat pork.
And
We fornicate before marriage. The women are not being subservient because fuck that nigga. Because why am I sitting here going to bow down to him when he's not even the head of my household? And then it's all of that. So y'all expect us to
and
live by the
and
letter.
one of the most important things that you're forgetting, if you are a Christian and you are really about that Bible, you shouldn't be making music because music is the devil. Technically, because Lucifer, if we're talking about this story, Lucifer was one of God's highest archangels in charge of the choir in heaven. And when he was
Uh-huh.
casted out into when he was casted out of heaven, because I said the one thing that people don't get is that I study a lot. I read everything, every religion, every single text, and all that. I say to myself, what could God possibly have done that wrong that Satan was rounding up those angels and saying, "Yo, got to do something.
You kicked out the
Big
music
man,
director.
yeah, the big man is fucking up, and I'm tired of it. So why would if everything in heaven was so beautiful and nice and there's no politics and there's you can talk to deers and hold your hand out and Bambi will eat out of your hand. If everything was so great in heaven, why were angels planning a revolt?
Good question. That's a good
That's the
question.
one thing because I say all the time, if you're going to study good, you have to study evil. You have to. Just like with the music business. If you want to study, all this shit people keep talking about, oh, Illuminati. Okay, you got to study all of that. You have to. You don't just study the good. You just like some people may like some people like myself. I'm a night owl, right? I go outside during the I'm like, oh my God, the sun is crazy. Same thing with life. If you're going to only study the light of shit, you have to also study darkness. You have to study evil. You have to study good. You have to know both ends. You have to
Hmm.
know your enemy. So I say, nobody ever wants to talk about the story of Lucifer, the story of Satan. Where did this whole idea of evil comes from? But the final line on this, they said, God created the heavens, that's plural,
Hmm.
heavens and the earth. And he also created good and evil. So you're going to try to convince me that I'm
So whoa,
going to
whoa, whoa, whoa,
hell?
whoa, whoa, whoa. So by this logic, he created the one entity that he ended up kicking out of his heaven. He kicked out the damn music director.
No, I don't believe that. I think, honestly, Lucifer, Lucifer, you know what Lucifer means? Lucifer means light bearer. Okay, that's what Lucifer means. When people try to throw this Jesus shit at me, I'm like, you really think some dude, this is so sinister when you think about it. If you don't think that the God is in bed with the devil, then there's something wrong with you. Because if you remember the story of Job, which is the most fucked up story I've ever heard in my life. I'm in Bible class like, wait, so you mean to tell me God hits up Satan? Yo, what's goody? So there's this dude, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly how this went down. He hits up Satan. Yo, come to my office. I gotta talk to you real quick. So Satan puts his feet on his chair and shit. And he's like, yo, get your fucking feet off my chair. Your hooves. So he's like, look, there's this dude on earth, right? Yo, this dude is obsessed with me. Yo, he loves me. Yo, I tell him to jump. This dude says, how high? If I tell him to plant these crops, them shits grow. So Satan's like, what's that got to do with me? So God says, I bet anything that you do, he will never curse me. So, word, I take that bet. I will kill his whole family. I will kill all his livestock, and he will curse you. And God's like, word, bet. So what happens? He comes down, kills his whole family, kills all his kids, kills all his crops, kills everything. He's like, yo, God, what's good, man? I fucking worship you, bro. Like, what's good with this shit?
I am mad that you're telling a story like this. Like they're in New York.
I'm gonna tell y'all the Bible dead ass version. So this is the dead ass Bible version. So he's like, yo, you done killed my wife. You done killed these kids. You done took everything from me. So Satan's chilling in the cut like, he about to curse you, dog. He's like, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, fear not. Wait. Like, yo, he about to curse you, dog. I'll give me my money. So he sits there and he says, God, you've forsaken me, but I still love you. And then God magically brings back his livestock and all this shit. And he's like, yo, sir, I told you. I'm like, I'm in Bible class, like, so you mean to tell me God bet this man's agony? He destroyed this dude.
Offspring said, yo, God was so petty.
Yo, he was petty as fuck. So I'm like, everyone keeps talking about this story of Jesus and shit. Like, oh my God, Jesus is our savior. I'm like, no. When Jesus got crucified, Jesus cursed the fuck out. My God, why have you forsaken me?
Hey, yo, dog, this how this gonna end? You gonna end it like this? Like,
some real shit, bro.
Like dead ass God, really?
I'm over here walking on water, bro. I'm trying to let them know you exist.
I'm healing the lame. I'm making sure the blind can see. I fed people with 2 fish, 2 funky ass fish, and 5 loaves of bread. I fed 5,000 people off of 2 fish. We had fish sandwiches, my G. You gonna kill me like this? Come on,
just let these mofos put some crown of thorns on my head, like to clown me. Oh, this bitch thinks that he's a fucking king. Like.
Offspring, you made a very good point. He said God was so petty, but remember, we're not supposed to, quote, make the deal with the devil, but look who was the first to do it.
Exactly.
You have to lead by example. This actually turned into this show now. Like this is what we're doing.
But this is a dope conversation though, because it's the truth. Like the whole bottom line of this conversation, guys, is what I'm saying is that belief is what you believe. Some of us don't believe in that shit. That doesn't make us bad people. That doesn't mean that we're going to hell. We're not the ones that are kidnapping and killing kids. We're not doing this shit. What I'm saying is that if I believe in pigs flying and you don't, I'm not going to make you feel like shit because you don't believe that pigs can fly, because I've seen it and I've been studying this shit for years.
John, you a mess. He said, I hope they were better than that fish sandwich from Kenny's. Yo, Jesus had the primo fish and the primo bread.
But someone's got to tell the story. And it might be me someday. I want to create a movie about the story of Lucifer. I think people need to understand.
That's not going to go. That is not going to go.
It's going to fly. If they can push that Passion of the Christ shit, I'm going to push.
You know
who the fuck was it?
And as crazy as we're having this conversation and you breaking it down like that, no one has yet to explain to me how Mary got pregnant. Joseph is the daddy, but they never did the horizontal hunch.
No, no. However, I do believe, as a woman, we can sense when we got pregnant. We can. I don't think that no angel came and said, "You are about to have a beautiful child," but then he's going to die because he's going to save the world. And Jesus has been coming. It kept saying, "Jesus is going to come back. He going to come back. Oh, he going to come back. All right. He going to come back. All right." Y'all going to be sitting around like our ancestors have been waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody to come back and save us. But we have to realize that we don't need to wait on nobody. Y'all waiting for somebody to save us. We can save ourselves. We can save ourselves. It all has to start with people that want to be saved, period. But I don't knock nobody's faith. I don't knock nobody's religion. I'm just like, look, if you're going to impress upon me and try to come at me all crazy, talk about, well, you're a heathen and shit. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, you're a fucking moron. Moron.
I'll be
And if
that. I'll be that.
you're a moron, so I'll go to hell. Great. I heard the devil has good weed. Great. We're going to smoke. We're going to chill.
It's pretty lit down there.
And I'm going to ask him, yo, so why'd y'all try to overthrow God and shit? What was up with that? Why does your name?
It's crazy that we're having this conversation. 3 days ago, I was watching the movie The Devil's Advocate. That whole
My
monologue,
favorite movie.
I love that movie. That whole monologue that Al Pacino did about God being a sadist and doing all that crazy shit. Like, that's basically, if y'all ever seen that movie, watch that specific clip when he goes into the whole monologue about he gives us instincts, but then he turns the rules in opposition.
Yeah.
He said, look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, but don't swallow. And the whole
Yeah.
time, God is laughing like, look at these people being fucking stupid, but I gave them free will.
Mm-hmm. That's why that's like one of the best movies. And Al Pacino
That's
was
a
the
lesson.
best.
That's a lesson in that movie, though. I'm about to watch that shit again tonight. That is a lesson in that
That,
movie.
and you know what? I don't fear. Like I tell you, I don't have any fear of life. You know, I tell you what I fear. I fear people that believe and follow shit blindly. That's what I fear. Like, you've never questioned anything you've been taught with anything. No, like I have never, like, you have so many people that literally just follow doctrines. Because you remember back in the day, my grandmother was not Christian. She was not Catholic. I don't know what the fuck she was. I think she was a Buddha. I don't know. But when she met my grandfather, he was Roman Catholic. So when you got married back in the day, you had to take on your husband's religion,
Yeah, you had
and
to
the children
convert. Mm-hmm.
they had to convert. And my grandmother, I used to be like, yo, as a kid, I go to church and I sit with her and I say, can I ask you a question? She's like, yeah. I said, it's very weird that everybody who comes in here and sings so devilish. She said, what are you talking about? I said, does this not sound scary to you? Oh,
And they're
and we got to sit
and they're singing in Latin.
in Latin, right? And then not only that, when you walk in, there is a man hanging. And you're like 5. And you're like,
Traumatized to death.
what the fuck is this? And then next thing, they're like, but we are now getting ready to drink the blood and eat the body
Cannibalism, really? This is what we're doing? Okay.
of Christ. So I said to him, why do I was afraid of communion? I swear to God. I said, look, why do we have to drink that? I used to think it was really blood. So she was like, no, it's wine. I said, what? But why would we have to pretend that it's blood? I don't know.
See?
I said, so then why do you do it? Because it's like, you're saying to God that, thank you. I said, thank you for blood
And body.
and a body. So I just could not get it.
You know,
I'm like,
the more we talk about it, the funnier it gets.
every day, every Sunday we come here, right? We come here to act out The time, like, and then I said to myself, what was it? My dad and I had a dope ass conversation one night. He says, "Look, if I shoot and kill your mother, are you gonna walk around with the bullet that killed her? No. So why are you wearing that cross?" I'm looking at the cross and it's so like graphic. Like he's just like, oh my God. So here, Dad, take it. Like he's like, you're walking around with a dead dude hanging from a freaking. I said,
with
Dad,
nails in his hands and feet.
and it's so graphic. And I just was like, Dad, that I've never looked at it that way. He goes, I ain't trying to convert you. I'm just saying that that's just weird to me.
Oh
So
no,
person,
sir, you've proved your point. I totally get it.
you die from cancer. You want your kid to walk around with the cancer cells?
All right, Dad, because he does bring up a good point. That was a good point.
But that is kind of true. That is kind of true. But again, my faith,
Offspring says, "I love your dad." Oh, I love her dad too.
he's dope. The only thing that gripes me about him, I said, but you do the reverse Christianity shit. You stay trying to prove that what they believe is wrong. You have to let them figure it out. You can't force people to believe
Like
in
they're
anything.
trying to force us to believe in anything.
Yeah, they're trying to force us to believe in God, and we're trying to force
We're
them
not.
to say,
It's like this. We're not trying to force you to do anything. We're just trying to see. We're just trying to get you to see the reality.
I'm just, give me all the info. Give me all the info, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me make what's the best decision for myself. And that's what would make the world a better place. We just have to stop pushing people to believe in what we believe in.
Like, let me
And
echo
then,
common sense. Let me figure that out on my own.
yeah, like a lot of people don't know, there's a big chapter of Black atheists. They're so afraid to come out and admit that they are atheists because of the hate and fear that they're going to get from being called, oh, you're a Satanist. Well, an atheist,
No, that's not
atheist
exactly
is
it
not,
either. That's not it at all, actually.
shout out to Free to Be Music. Shout out to Vinny. I see you, Vinny. What I'm saying is that I don't care what you believe. As long as you don't hurt people and you take care of each other and love each other and learn from each other, you're good. But if
Mm-hmm.
you out here killing people left and right, if that's the case, if thou shalt not kill is in your 10 commandments, why is it that when y'all put these mofos under the knife, y'all have a priest pray over them? So you're praying for their soul, even though they killed somebody.
Thou shalt
Using
not kill. Thou shalt not kill, but we do have the death penalty for those who do kill people.
Thou shalt not kill. There's a death penalty. You're praying over someone's soul. You're making sure that those needles are sanitized. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
At all.
We wanted to kill them. We wanted to kill them in an humane way. Okay.
There's no such thing.
But then when you're reading the notes, you're reading after they died, you're just like, okay, so this person strangled, raped, strangled her again, took her skull, raped her face, and now we have to make sure that they go out humanely. Interesting.
Eye for an eye, huh?
Well, my mom has always said that she always felt that you should go out the same way you took somebody out. That's what I believe. I don't, humanely, for what? You killed a kid, locked them in the trunk, threw them in the sea. Okay, get 12 people to witness you putting them in the trunk, them getting raped and throwing them in the sea. Then
Damn. We actually.
that would deter. That would deter. That would be a big deterrent. So you shoot me in the face and between the eyes. I'm dead.
That's your punishment.
You should die the same way. What was it? My grandfather used to say, firing squad. Yeah,
Mhm.
firing squad. But even that's humane because they have to hit you in the head. I want body shots.
And then they cover you up so you won't see who fires the bullet.
And you don't see it coming. No, I want you to look in my eyes when I kill you.
Oh,
That's what I would say to them.
Are you sick? Look,
I
y'all.
am sick. I'm demented. I'm demented. Don't kill people. Just don't kill people. Don't take their lives. If it's a situation, that's why I say a lot of people on death row, which scares me, is that there's so many people that are on death row and they find out that they never did shit. So that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why I say, you go on death row. Like, why the fuck is Scott Peterson still alive? Like, just shit like that. You know what I mean?
People been on death row for like 20 years.
Yeah, 20, 30 years. And then they find out that, oh, with the Innocence Project, they never did anything.
And now they lost
So,
20, 30 years, and you give them $6 million, like that's going to cover everything.
right. It doesn't work like that. It never does. And that's why I say it's kind of difficult with these types of situations. They need to do better investigations. And this way we don't have to have innocence projects. But if you get the death penalty, you should have 5 years to prove your innocence, at least, if you are innocent. And that's it.
I'm down with that.
But that's one of my fears. That's one of my fears. I don't want to go out in death penalty because surgery really did feel like I was going under the
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If anybody has had some type of major surgery, here's how it goes, right? So they prep you up in the room first. They shoot you full of IV with the morphine first to kind of knock you out a little bit. But you're still very much aware. Me, I was fighting that shit until they pressed the button. Because I was scared to go to sleep. I fought it. So they roll you to the operating room, which is ice cold and bright as all get out. Everybody's kind of like lined up, getting the utensils ready, getting this prep, this, that, and the third. They transfer you, or you help transfer to the operating table.
Right.
You're laying there. And then what happened to me was the lady had the plastic tube that they put down your throat. She just took the package and just flapped it on my shirt, like, just there you go. I said, "What's
like it was
that?"
nothing.
Yeah, like it was, just set it on my chest. I said, what's that? Oh, that's the tube that we're going to place down your mouth and give you oxygen, anesthesia. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, so we intubate you.
Yeah, that's basically what she said. So I look over to my left, and it's this machine that has 2 or 3 little settings, and it looks straight up like the lethal injection machine if you've ever seen one. I said, oh, hell no.
Right.
I said, and I'm asking questions the whole time, morphine and everything. What is this? What does this do? Oh, that administers the liquid anesthesia, and this makes sure that you that your muscles don't twitch while we're cutting you open and da 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 da. Oh, okay. So I'm fighting going to sleep, but here comes the mask. Count backwards from 10. I'm like 10, 9.
Yo, they don't even tell you to count backwards no more.
They just put it on your. They just put it on your face. No, they told me to count backwards from 10. I was out by 8.5.
No, these people, when I had my tummy tuck, they were so slick, and I was like, they're like, just put your arms down so we can stretch. I said, well, can I just have a moment? She's like, I'm scared. I was like, no, I'm not scared. I'm just, She said, just put your arms down. You'll be fine. I said, okay. So she says, okay, now we're going to do the IV. It's just a little pinch. I said, okay. So she straps me down, and I'm just like having a panic attack now. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, just relax. You want me to give you something to calm down? I said, sure. Next thing I know, I'm waking up and Gino's in my face like, you okay, babe?
Yeah. I swear surgeries feel like they're just. And then, but then the doctor tells whoever you're with, yeah, it took 45 minutes. That was the quickest 45 minutes in life.
Yo, I literally just blinked. I was like,
yeah,
wake up. Oh shit. And then you try to talk and the doctor's like, I don't recommend that you talk right now. I'm like,
no,
shit.
Because the tube that was down your throat.
And then they're like, do you have any lozenges or anything? And I was like, I'm scared to cough. He said, so don't cough. I said, I told Gino, I need to. And then I start going, oh no.
I remember when I had my tonsils out. I had my tonsils out, and they took me to the recovery room, and I'm still sleeping off the anesthesia. And I happen to wake up, and I look off to my right, and there's the bedside nurse with her clipboard, grinning at me like a demented serial killer. And I rolled my eyes at her and kept right on back to sleep. 30 minutes later, they go get my mom, bring her to the back of the room. Now, mind y'all, I've had my mouth open for at least 30, 35 minutes. I'm dry. My mouth is dry. My throat hurts. It's a lot.
Right.
This bitch gonna ask me, "Are you thirsty?" No, I just had my mouth open for 30 minutes, or God knows what y'all done did to me while y'all was cutting open my tonsil. But yeah, I'm a little parched. What's up? I said, "Yeah, I'm thirsty." Okay, well, what would you like? Some water? Some juice? Some water. She brings me apple juice, and damn it, I damn near died because I couldn't swallow it because my throat was my throat hurt so bad. And I, oh my gosh, maybe we shouldn't give you apple juice. No shit.
No shit.
Just gave me some ice chips. I could have did great with the ice chips. But apple
No,
juice,
that
some sour ass apple juice to go in my stitches. That's exactly what I need. Thank you very much.
that just feels stingy.
It did. It was stingy. That shit hurt.
I can't. That's why I said that. Hopefully, that surgery, because I think the next surgery I'll probably have to have
Oh, you still have your
is to
tonsils?
get this. Well, I got to get my tonsils removed. That's one of the things. I think that's why my voice is so fucked up.
Mine hasn't changed.
Yeah, my tonsils are literally kissing, so they have to be removed. They have to be.
Mine were that big too. They were air kissing. They were blowing kisses at each other. Mwah, mwah, mwah. They were air kissing.
They're my throat testicles. I'm scared to cut them. They're my throat testicles. I'm like, this is not the talk shit. Like, I can back it up. I got balls. Like, where? In my throat.
Okay, it's the end of the show, y'all. We got.
I used to always say, "Oh my God, these are my throat balls. I love them."
We gotta stop.
I'm just scared. Though. I'm just scared. Though, what, like, if I remove them, like, am I gonna lose like my Minx voice? Because I have a feeling I'm gonna go back to like, 2006.
You shouldn't.
YouTube.
Just know you can't talk for 2 weeks. I suggest you stay away from anything salty for at least 4 weeks.
Yeah, because my voice was high pitched as fuck. I was, "Hey guys, this is everyone's favorite Minx, and I'm here with a rant."
Yeah, I didn't know you then. I didn't know that Minx.
Yeah, 2007 Minx, 2006, 2007 Minx. I had a very high pitched voice, and then as the years went on, and the weed and the alcohol and the smoking, my voice got deeper. So now I wonder if it is because of my tonsils.
No, I don't think so. If it affects your sleep, then yeah. But no, I don't. Your tonsils don't affect your voice at all.
Okay, I thought it did because I thought that these were like my testicles that were like
Will you shut the hell up?
like choking my throat, like and it makes me laugh though because then you have the little like hanging thing, so it looks like a little.
Okay, all right. So y'all, listen. This is the end of the show.
What do they call that? The hanging thing. What is it called?
It's called the uvula.
Okay, so yeah, I got the uvula.
All right, Cardi B. All right, Cardi B. The little ball thing hanging in the back of my throat. Like, okay, Cardi. It's called a uvula, honey. We got it.
I didn't know it had a specific word. Uvula.
Yes, called a uvula.
Wow.
You got a vulva and a uvula.
That's what I was just thinking. I said, wow, that's so like similar.
Yeah, please don't mistake the two.
You want to see my vulva? What?
Oh my God. So this concludes this episode of the Random Talking Indie Music Show.
Yes, we are done.
We are indeed done. Tomorrow we'll be here back at 7 p.m. Oh my gosh. Mix, I can't. For more fuckery.
I'm going to hell.
I'm joining you. You're driving. more foolery, fuckery, and shenanigans like the bullshit you just heard the final 20 minutes of this show. Yeah, we covered sexual assault. We covered the Bible. We covered throat balls. We covered it all here at the RTIM show. And if you like the content, please share and like our Facebook page. We're also on Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube as the Random Talking Indie Music Show. Twitch is RTIM Show, and we're also on rtimshow.com. And please join Minx's Merciless Cast on Patreon. Become a member once today. Please do that. Please do that. Please do that. Also, head on over to minxradio.com. Get you some Minx Mafia merch. And also pick up one of these good old cool ass dessert. I'm about to say dessert. I'm hungry. These shirts I just ate. Like, that's crazy. I just had like some hot dogs and french fries like a big ass kid. Get one of these little shirts. Hook us up with your color and size. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
We'll cover that tomorrow. What the fuck is a glizzy?
Anyway, y'all. We out this piece till tomorrow. Good night, Minx.
Good night.